Hikerj here. This week I'm going to be talking about Supersingularity's 22-liter backpack, stuffable backpack, and it's waterproof. Got one right here, actually two. They sent me a couple about 4 months ago to test out, and now they're available. I can't wait to share with you what I learned about this backpack and why you should have one of these with you at all times. If this is the first time to my channel, thanks for coming by. If you could hit subscribe and like, that would be awesome. I'd love to have you along for the ride. I put out new videos every Thursday on outdoor gear and such. Now, full disclosure, Supersingularity this is a company that I've worked with before. They send me gear to just check out and test. I don't pay them anything. They don't pay me anything, but they do give me free gear. So I just want you to know that. And as always, the links to these products are down below in my Amazon affiliate. You can check them out there. Now, let's get into the review. Now they're calling this backpack the Skydust 22-liter, and it is completely waterproof and packable down to this size in this little pouch. It comes to 6 ounces when it's packed like this. That's why this is such an easy thing to just keep in your glove box, in your Jeep, in your backpack, or whatever, as an extra backpack. But I've got some other features that I can't wait to share with you, the ways that I've used it that are kind of unique to this backpack. Supersingularity, if you've watched my channel before, I've worked with them in the past, absolutely love their product. They use all excellent materials, Cordura nylon, waterproof, ripstop, all those types of things, nylon sill. Everything is seam sealed tape, and I have used their dry bags for well over a year now, and you can check out my review of those up here on the right. And they come in multiple different sizes. Absolutely love them. They have held up. I had one that was like linked. We strapped it onto the front of a canoe, like clipped it on like this, and then the canoe flipped and got stuck up against an actual tree log, and when we had to flip the canoe, it was like grinding and popping and going right on that was the pivot point, was this actual stuff sack, and it did not burst at all. We had a book in there, and I was like, that book is going to be soaked, but when we got out, it was perfectly fine. So this is tough stuff. It's made out of really great materials. Supersingularity has done their homework on that end of it. So now, let's talk about the features of this backpack. Of course, it goes down into a little pouch like this. Now, when you first open up this pack, you're going to be like, this looks a little weird, because you've got of course, your straps right here in your backpack. But when you look at it straight on like this, it's split in half this way. Instead of a lot of packs are like kind of like this, or having your bungees just on the side and your water bottles on the side, but having your water bottle be able to travel up to the front seems a little strange, but I actually like it because you can stuff so much into this mesh pack. Right now, I've got granola bars, applesauce, and you can fit a 1 liter or 2 liter water bottle in here, no problem. It also has this compression up here, and my trick that I always love to do when I put a water bottle in a mesh is to actually beaner it in. That way when you drop it or throw it down, this one really doesn't come out very easily, but you won't lose your water bottle. So you've got the strap up there. But this stuff pouch is awesome. Really big, works great. Now the other half is this bungee system. Works twofold. One is to just hold something like a hat like this, but also it's just to compress the actual materials in the pack. So it's got two purposes, which is pretty sweet. So it seems weird that it's split halfway, but I think it's a really unique and great design, and I'm quite happy with it. Now the back of it, and this stuff is awesome. Super tough, no problem, up against your back or just laying it on rocks, those types of things. I have used this in so many different ways. Hiking on trails, taking it to baseball games. A great material, super tough, and it's layered, multiple layered, and then it has its waterproofing on the inside with everything seam sealed. As for the backpack straps, they are not super padded. They just have this kind of mesh on the inside, but I find that they're really comfortable with any type of load that a pack this size. You're not going to load it down with like 50 pounds, but I say 10 to 15 pounds, no problem. My son has carried it. I've carried it. Very comfortable backpack, whether it has very little in it or a lot in it. You can cinch up and down, and then it has your little elastic strap keepers down here too, so they're not all flapping around. So that's the straps on the back. Not a lot to it. Very simple, clean, and light. So now I want to break down what I have in here, because you can fit quite a lot in this pack. It's a 22-liter pack. So it is just a little dry bag, and it might seem like that, and it goes down to just 6 ounces into something this small, but it works great for stuffing all kinds of things in there. So let's break it down what I have in here. Certainly on the outside, I have my water bottle, some snacks, and a hat. But now when we get inside it, loosen up our compression strap, I have a beach towel, definitely my whole camera equipment, my Lowy system case, that is. It's survivor wear, first aid kit, a long sleeve shirt, headlamp, And last but not least, a poncho, because if I'm carrying this, I don't want to get things wet. I don't want to get myself wet, so a poncho is great for that. Now on the inside, let's just turn it inside out. It has an actual keeper clip as well, and there I just put extra keys, or you don't want to get your fob all wet when it's pouring rain, you can clip those in there. But let's turn this completely inside out. Now when I turn it inside out, you can see the difference in the materials. So here's your sil nylon. It seems very thin. You can kind of see through it, but completely waterproof and sealed. Your seam seals, and then that material right here that's a little bit thicker on your back. Now, as I said in the beginning, I got this backpack early. Supersingularity sent it to me to test it out and put it through the rigors. So I took it out to West Virginia. I took it all types of sporting events and different activities. This one in particular, I decided because they talk about how it's UV protected and it won't break down and those types of things. So I stored this outside in the backyard. I would just toss it either on the table, picnic table out there, or on the ground, or hang it. And it spent over 2.5 months outside in the weather, being rained on and sun. And as you can see, it has no fading. Nothing has happened to this thing. I thought for sure like the seams might get crusty, or it might break down in some way or have some fading, but it really talks about having that UV protection. But it has held up really nicely. I mean, it's got some dirt and things on it, and like spiders made a nest in the clip here, which I still have to clean out the webbing there from it just being out there, and some leaves in it and on it. But it has held up great for being outside in the elements in Michigan in the summer for 2.5 months. When I wanted to use it, I would just grab it and use it. Sometimes it was wet and I couldn't, but I would just grab it, use it, empty it, toss it back out there just to see what happened, and it's like brand new. So I will say, when they say that it's UV protected and can handle the elements, I haven't had it out there for like a year, but definitely for several months just outside, it's gonna hold up no problem. Now for those backpackers out there, what I love about this pack is that it's super light. It's 6 ounces and it's a dry bag. So you can take your sleeping bag and shove it in here and use it as your sleeping bag stuff sack. Put it at the bottom of your backpack, and it's going to be completely waterproof and protected. The best part about this is you can compress it all down, get it way down, compress it, roll it down, and shove it in the bottom of your backpack. Now, you've got this sweet little stuff sack that has your sleeping bag in it that's going to keep it dry. But when you get to camp and you go ahead and pull out your sleeping bag, put up your tent, pull out your sleeping bag or hammock, whatever it may be, and throw it out in that, now you have a day pack for excursions, just going off on, you know, trail hikes and stuff from your base camp. So I think that's kind of a cool little trick that you can do when you're backpacking, to use this. And that's why I've got 2, so that one can just stay with my backpacking gear, the other one in the Jeep for whenever I need a backpack on the go. Now I think that Supersingularity has done a really unique job of building this Skydust. It's got all the right different features. Pockets, this mesh pocket is huge. You can put so much in it. Compression, it's waterproof. It's made with really great Cordura. I mean, it holds all this gear right here, no problem, and even more. So this is a great buy for you. I would say if you're looking for something that's incredibly versatile, a dry bag that you can use backpacking to put your sleeping bag in, or just have in your vehicle so you want to throw a bunch of stuff in when you're day hiking, this is a great pack. It's super comfortable, and if you're not going to go over, say, 10-15 pounds, no problem, it can handle it. Hopefully you like this video and you check one of these out. Till next time, just remember, life's a hike, so hike happy with a waterproof Skydust backpack made by Supersingularity. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end of the video. If you're new to my channel, if you hit subscribe, that'd be awesome. I put out new videos every Thursday around outdoor gear. And if you'd like to support me, you can check out my merchandise. I have my Hike Happy shirt on here at my store. You can click that down below and check out the other apparel that I have. Till next Thursday, just go ahead and watch some of my other videos.